Hey everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Hope you're having a wonderful day. On this video tutorial, I am going to show you almost everything that I've ever made using either vintage sheet music or vintage dictionary pages or hymnals. And then we're going to do a really fun fall leaf project at the end. So it's going to be completely jam-packed with content. This is probably the most projects I've ever shown in any one video. So get ready. And you know, I would love to see if there might be a volunteer out there that could take some screenshots of the different things I'm going to show you, so I don't have to go back after the fact and photograph everything. Anyways, if there is, that would be awesome. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey to you also. Feel free to leave me a comment and be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's just jump right in. And I don't know how else to start this except to tell you that I don't sleep hardly ever well. And so lots of nights I will wake up at 3 in the morning and not be able to go back to sleep. And so frequently after I, think about my day, pray for my concerns, then my mind starts to think all these negative thoughts. And I just started going to Pinterest at that point. And looking at Pinterest, I found like a bazillion projects that you can do with vintage book pages, vintage dictionaries, vintage encyclopedias, all kinds of music, whether it's vintage or not, old books, hymnals. There's just so much out there. So for the last 2 years, I've been doing a book project pretty much every week, and my house is full of them. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Well, no, actually, yes, I'm going to set this aside. This is the project that we're going to do towards the end. It's going to be a wreath. And I'm going to show you how to make one super affordably, super easy. Just all it requires is some book pages and some scissors and hot glue. Okay, so couple of sources for the supplies. You can get book pages out of brand new books. You can get books at the Dollar Tree, at your thrift store. Maybe you have some books. I have this set of vintage encyclopedias that my grandmother, her name was Mamu, gave me. She was a teacher and she loved books. And they were just collecting dust for years and years and years. And then I decided to start crafting with them, and I have never appreciated them or her more. So this is one of my major sources. And then also I'm always on the lookout, and I'm sorry if I'm going so fast. I have so much to cover. I'm always on the lookout for sheet music. And sometimes at Goodwill, you really score. I bought this package that had like 4 of these thick books of music at Goodwill for like $3. But you can find, all kinds of other music, piano music, violin music, xylophone music, marching band music, everywhere. And most thrift stores have it too. You just have to dig a little bit. So I have lots of different music in my closet, but this is what we're going to use today. All right, so before we jump into our actual project though, that involves fall leaves, and it can be embellished any way you want, I'm just going to take you on a little tour of some of the projects that I've done in the past that involved book pages. And you can see one right over my shoulder right there. Which way do I turn this? That was a little tin plaque that I did, that I cut pieces up and decoupaged onto it. Let me bring it closer. And then we stenciled over the top of it. Isn't that cute? And then this was a fun project that I just posted recently. Get all my stuff out of the way. My craft room is a complete disaster because I have stuff everywhere today. Anyways, these were just some books that what we did is we made like almost a leathery kind of thing out of book pages using several coats of Mod Podge on the front and the back. And then I glued them to this book. And so we made these leathery book spines. That was a fun project. And I don't know if I got any volunteers to take screenshots, but if you do, I want to try to remember to hold things up slowly. Okay. Another fun project that we did last spring was we decoupaged pages onto these little eggs. And then we added moss and feathers and vintage buttons. That was fun. Then another project that we did, at Christmas time, I made these little folded, I think I called them accordion style trees. Aren't they cute? And they have glitter on them. And I'm going to show you my favorite glitter from Walmart in a minute. Okay, so those were fun and super easy. And then another thing I did a lot last year at Christmas was I had several glass containers and I just rolled pieces of sheet music up and filled a container of them. This is very dusty because it's been sitting around underneath the cabinet since Christmas. Anyways, so I just filled these things up with, you know, as many of these little scrolly looking things that I made just by rolling a piece of sheet music tight and then using some twine to hold it closed. And then I made all these tags, which I'm hoping I'm going to find some in the pile back there that I still haven't shown you yet. But I made all these tags using the those darling bird stencils that come from Maker Studio. And then I put them on different size containers and filled them with these rolled scrolly looking things. And that was a pretty, that could be year round, I think. Okay. Then at Valentine's Day, we made stuff like this. This is that cookie sheet with some burlap, with a piece of sheet music, with a button, with some twine and some little wood beads. That could not be easier. Was the Maker Studio. Yes, the birds were Maker Studio. And when I hop off, Denise, if you can hang on, I'll give you a link, because if you're gonna look over there, I'd love it if you'd look on through my affiliate link. I make a little commission from the companies that I represent, and that's what supports all my crafting and my crafting videos and all that kind of jazz. Okay, so that was another thing we did. Oh my word. Then we decoupaged little plaques that we had stained, and we put feet on them, and these are just little risers. Pretty cute. Then I did a lot of these. I didn't hunt all of them down, but I did a lot of projects where I put sheet music inside of a frame, and then I did a stencil on the top of it. And this is also Maker Studio if anyone's interested. Hold on, and I'll get you guys a link at the end. And I'll drop it up as the first comment, and then I'll sprinkle it throughout the comments. Okay, then, oh, these were cute. I did these to hang on my fireplace at Valentine's Day, and they're sort of like those accordion trees. They're just dimensional hearts hung on twine with some beads. I made a couple of these. Those were fun. They need to be fluffed out because they've been packed away for a while, but look how cute that is. If you guys haven't seen all of these videos, I've done a video for virtually every project I've just shown you just now, and I have lots more coming. Okay, and then recently we used the pages from my dictionary to make this prayer journal. It's just Mod Podge and book pages and then a stencil. Did I show you this yet? I think I started with this, but I didn't tell you what it was. It's a piece of MDF that had some seasonal design on the back of it. And then I just Mod Podged it. And when I was using it, I had twine going crisscross and little wood clips on there holding notes and pictures and stuff. Isn't that cute? You would be surprised what you can do with a little Mod Podge and some book pages or sheet music. I mean, seriously. Are you guys overwhelmed? Because I'm not done. And we haven't even gotten to our project yet. So if you are thrifters at all, you need to be on the hunt for some sheet music and some good old books. And I think the best ones to work with really are either encyclopedias or dictionaries, especially if you can find one that has like the little drawings and stuff in it. So then we made all these flowers. These ones were called Scrunched Flowers, and there's a video on that. These ones were called Loopy Flowers. Can you see how those are done? And there's a video on that, and if anyone is taking pictures, screenshots for me, that would be awesome. I can't seem to figure out how to do that. Okay, then we get to the world of banners. Oh my word. Banners and glitter. And I'm going to show you the tassels made with wine corks. Also, I have a bunch of Christmas ornaments to show you. But let's just look through some of my banners. And how I store them is I just fold them where they're folded and then just wrap whatever it is that holds them up around them. So I'm not going to spread this whole entire thing out, but this one was really pretty. And it said, I had stenciled on it. Let me get this pulled out a little bit. And I'm going to have glitter all over my house now for days because the stuff it spreads. Anyways, this was a pretty little banner that had the words Merry Christmas stenciled out on it. And then it had this sweet little bird, also from Maker Studio, and some little jinglies and lots of glitter on it. And I just loved this combination of sheet music, especially if it's a little bit yellowed like this was, with silver or glitter, with some black writing on it, and tied up with twine. It was really pretty. So let me put this back. All right, and here's an example of a big one that I made. This one, I'm trying to remember what this even said. Let me put my camera down. Oh, it said home. That's what it said. So I'll show you what the H looks like. And it was, I like this shape right here for banners. Do you see? With the little cutout and the 2 points at the bottom. And it has glitter on it. And I just used my hole punch to thread this twine through it. And then in between each page, I tied a little streamer of this black and white ribbon. So this is a pretty banner. I hung this in my kitchen right around Thanksgiving, I think it was. And I hung it on that wood piece that's sitting behind our kitchen table with all my pretty white dishes. So that was a fun banner. And I'm not done. There's more. Let's see, where did I put the one I just showed you? Right there. Okay. Are you guys enjoying this so far? Or are you completely overwhelmed? You can always go back and watch this on replay. And if you made a craft notebook, which is identical basically to that prayer journal, I just used a composition notebook, and it's out in my family room. I didn't bring it back here. And some book pages Mod Podged, and I don't think I even did a stencil on that. But if you have a craft journal, go back and watch this from the beginning and just jot down notes. And if there was somebody that was taking screenshots and you would send those to me, you could personal message them to me or let me know and I'll give you my email address. Then I'll create a little album and share it here too. Okay, so then this was another Christmas banner. And on this one I used, and maybe it was Thanksgiving, I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was Christmas. Yeah, I said Merry Christmas, but then also I used these cute little stencils, also from a maker studio, that had little stuff like this. That was on one end, and then on the other end, I had this one. And oh my word, there's glitter everywhere. Let me show you that glitter real quick. And you guys stay till the very end because we're gonna do a project. All right, right now I'm just doing show and tell. Okay, the glitter that I love, it's like $4. This is my glitter paper plate and my bag of glitter. This lasted all last year. And you guys, the funny thing is, every time, this was when I was working still out in the kitchen, and every time I worked with glitter, my husband was like, oh gosh, are you using that sparkly stuff again? And he would, you know, complain because it does get everywhere. But this is what it looks like. It's called SULYN Extra Fine Glitter. It's awesome stuff. Super affordable. I'm gonna tuck this back away. I haven't played with any glitter in, gosh, months. But you know I'll be doing lots of it this later in the fall and through the winter because I love sparkly silver stuff in the winter. Okay. Then, oh, and this was a cute little banner that I made for Valentine's Day. And it has a bunch of my favorite things. It just has brown craft paper. It has those vintage buttons on it. And I just used my little heart punch. And then all I did was use my whole clipper thing to string it up. And super duper easy. And this is just yarn. Okay. Let me see what else I have. I think I have a few more things. Oh, and here was a really basic one that I was making that just has the hearts, 2 hearts smushed, you know, on a piece of twine going all different directions. I can't even remember what I did with that. I might have had it here in my office in the craft room. Okay, and then, of course, I'll show you these, and then we'll do the Christmas ornaments, and then we'll jump into our project. So I haven't seen any of the comments yet. Your husband just shakes his head when you get the glitter out. I use the extra fine as well. I use it when I make Halloween. I couldn't see your whole comment, Rhonda, but yeah, this glitter, I mean, I'll find it in my eyelashes like 5 days later, and it's really invasive. It's like that kudzu that we have in the South, or whatever that's called. I think it's called kudzu, that just came to America and spread like crazy. These were a bunch of the different sheet music tassels that we made at one point last year, and I did kind of deck them all out a little different for this one. And some of them had tags with them that said stuff like, God did not create you to blend in. This is also a Maker Studio stencil. And here's another one that I did. That one was with white lace. This one's with creamy lace. And it says, she is strong. And then here's another one. These are such good fillers. They're great bowl fillers. They're great for your tree, and they're almost free. And they take no time whatsoever to do. Okay, now let me show you the Christmas ornaments, and then we'll get on to our project. Oh, and these are super glittery. Ugh. Okay, I did a lot of sort of 3-dimensional Christmas ornaments last year where I just cut out 2 pieces of sheet music here, and I stuffed them with fluff, and then I hot glued them together. And, well, I stenciled the front piece first. This is a Maker Studio stencil. Stenciled it, then glued the 2 pieces together mostly, then stuck the fluff in and hung it with this little piece of black and white. Here's another one, same idea. And then here's some that are, I don't think my favorite one is even in here. Oh, darn. These are ovals. This is a whole bunch of sheet music I've cut out. I forgot I had that to make more of those tassels. And then this was just when I was teaching online Facebook Live on how to make these little banner pieces. And then this was when I was showing how to stencil a piece of sheet music and with that bird, and then do glitter. And okay, so are you guys overwhelmed? Or are you excited? Are you motivated to go out and find some sheet music, some vintage book pages, encyclopedia, dictionary, something like that? I hope so. Now, after I get off, I get to put all the stuff back away and clean up all the glitter in my office. And you know, the project that we're doing now, I want to tell you that there are so many ways that you could embellish it, which we're not going to do that today. I'm just going to show you how to do it, basically. But it could be embellished. I saw on Pinterest something similar to this, and you guys, they had stenciled polka dots on half of the leaves that they put on this wreath. That's what we're making. Book page, it's a mix. This one's going to be a mix of sheet music and encyclopedia pages and different fall shaped leaves, and I'm going to show you how to do all that. But anyways, they had stenciled part of them with polka dots, and then another one had like green paint around the edges. Another one had glitter all over like every other leaf. Some of them had great big bows. There's so many things that you can do with this idea. Okay, so what are we using? Well, all I did to get started on this project, where am I, is and I'm glad to post these pictures. They're not fancy, but I'll put them in the comments. I did a Google search for free clip art of maple leaves and oak leaves, and then I used my fancy dancy copy machine here to put 2 on a page and get the size that I wanted. And so I will put in the comments this image, because it's an image, and this image, and you can print them and then use this as your pattern if you would like. So I printed a couple of these, and then I pulled out multiple pages at a time, because if you're going to cut out one leaf, you might as well cut out 6 or 7 all at the same time. All right, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I just used my little Fiskars, what is this thing called? Oh, I can't think of what this device is. My little sharp knife kind of thing. Anyways. And you're basically just going to be super careful. Put your glasses on. And you don't need the whole entire piece of it. So I just, dang, what is this thing called? Who can remember that word? I did not sleep last night. Well, I slept until 4 and then I didn't sleep anymore. So I'm a little foggy. So I'm gonna just keep going till I get about, oh, I don't know, 6 pages roughly. X-Acto knife, that's what this is called. Okay, and the process with a book is exactly the same. You just open it and just start cutting with an X-Acto knife until you have a stack of them. Okay, and then all I did, let's see if I can get this down a little bit further. Okay, then all I did here was These are from Dollar Tree. They're just some cute little girly clips. I clipped my paper together so it wouldn't slide all over the place while I was getting started. And which one do I want to do? I think I'll do this one. And I just started cutting around my pattern. Let me take this off because this is making it awkward. Okay, so, and you guys, it does not have to be perfect. Your edges don't have to be perfectly round. It really, we're gonna fold it. So let me cut the whole thing out and then I'll show you what we're gonna do to it. And you're gonna, you could do this same project with, let's cut this part off because we'll do another leaf down here. And we'll just set this aside, okay? That makes it easier to handle. You could do this exact same project using scrapbook paper or craft paper or, I mean, really anything that you want, any kind of papery thing that you want. And then you could doll it up if you want with glitter or polka dots or, you know, anything like that. But we're not going to do that today. So if you are just hopping on, you really missed out on a lot of information because I showed basically every single book page project I've ever done. And you might want to see if you can go back and watch this on replay. Okay, when I made this pattern here, I realized that this stem is way too long and it looks funny. So after I fiddled around with it for a little bit, I ended up just cutting it shorter. You guys see what I mean about you might as well be cutting 6 out at the same time and not just one at a time, because this is time consuming, this part. I don't really like cutting. So if you saw those bird stencils or any of that Christmas stuff and you want more information about those, I should have pinned a link, but I wasn't thinking about it. I will hop, when I'm all done, I'll hop on and I will drop a comment. The very first comment will be a link to that bird stencil, and then I'll drop it a few times throughout the conversation, and feel free to ask me if you want. Okay, so this is what we have. And all I did at this point was I just gave it a little crease. And I'm going to hang on to this because I can use this pattern over and over and over and over again. Alrighty, let's put, you know, and we might need to cut a few more. I'm thinking, I think we are going to need to cut a few more, but I'll try to do that after because that's not fun to watch. So I'm going to set aside all my pieces and get out the ones that I have cut and ready to go. And then let me tell you that I was really wishing that I had a wreath form around here right now, but for some reason I couldn't find one. I mean, I have every craft supply you could ever imagine in this closet over here. I must have used it. I think I used it when we did that raffia wrapped wreaths that had seashells on them. Anyways, so you could do this project over like even a Dollar Tree wreath form. It could be over one of those green wreath forms that you can buy in craft stores. I was improvising because I'm all about using what you have whenever possible, and don't go buy something new if you don't have to. And so I just used some of this thick gauge, very soft wire that I had in my jewelry box, my jewelry craft stash box. And I formed a really terrible circle. But it doesn't matter because you're not going to see this. You're just going to see the leaves, okay? And once you, can you guys see? Let's see, which way do I need to go? I feel like we're crooked, but I don't know what to do about that. My tripod kept falling down, and so this morning I gave it a very generous coat of hot glue at the seams to see if I could make it last a little bit longer. Okay, I've already started this, and how I did that is I just laid a leaf down and put a blob of glue on the metal. And then once you get the first leaf down, it's easy to keep layering. And so you can see I did the sheet music maple leaf, dictionary oak leaf, a smaller leaf, which I just hand cut this one out. It kind of looks like a smaller oak leaf to me, but I don't think that's super crucial. Okay, and let's do another, gosh, some of these have the longest stems on them. So we're just gonna start building. And I cannot see your comments now, I'm sorry, but when I get all done, I will, which way do I need to go? I will hop off and answer questions. And, okay. So you can see I folded the maple leaf ones too. And you're just gonna turn them winky wonky and keep adding more glue. You know, as you're going along. We're gonna be layering basically. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be wishing that I had more of the dictionary pages here. Whoops. Can you see how we're basically just layering them on here? Let's keep going. And I'm turning them one way and then another way. And when I get a whole bunch of them on, then I will go back and tuck in some of the pieces that feel like they're gonna fall out. You know, I'll glue them down a little better. I do think I would be liking this better if I had more of a variety of pages. Ooh, look at this. I'm gonna turn it the other way, you guys, because there's a snake on here and I don't wanna look at a wreath. Even a leaf-shaped wreath that I know has a snake on it. So we're gonna reverse our fold and we'll put it on like this. So we'll never see that snake. I am obviously not a snake lover. So what do you guys think so far? Do you like this idea? If you have music and scissors and a hot glue gun, and you have either a wreath form or some wire or something, you can do this project for free. And then you can run over to Walmart and grab some glitter or whatever embellishments, ribbons, bows, that kind of thing that you want. And I just think I'm excited about it. Yeah, we definitely need some more paper that's in this, that is the vintage dictionary. So I think I'm gonna stop right here and let's talk for a second. And then I will cut out some more leaves using the vintage dictionary paper and I'll tuck them in here so that it's kind of every other thing. But look how cute and how simple this is. Once we get rid of all the glue strings, oh my word, they're everywhere. It's gonna be super lightweight. I suppose that if you wanted to hang this outside, that you could just give it a spray. I'll show you what I'm thinking might work, possibly. Spray some of this clear sealer on it. And as long as it wasn't getting actual rain or precipitation on it, it would probably be fine. What do you guys think? Let me see. You would love to copy onto fall colored papers. That sounds awesome. Dollar Tree has some cork pages with stickers. I have those. Let me think, where are they? I have like 5 sheets of that. That's a great idea. I will get that out and try cutting one out. I don't know how thick that stuff is, if it's gonna be hard to cut. Anyways, okay, so beyond the leaf idea, you could cut out pumpkins. It could be bells. It could be hearts. It could be Christmas trees. It could be like sand dollars and seashells. It could be little, those little churches with tall steeples. There's so many different shapes that you could do using just your scissors and some various paper and a little hot glue to glue it on a piece of wire. So, Angie says she loves the neutral colors. Okay, Rhonda says a snowman. Let's see, were there any other suggestions that I missed? You can coffee stain the paper. Yes, you absolutely can. Or you can stencil it with polka dots or whatever you want. Or you can probably just use like a colored marker to stain around the edge of the individual pieces. That's a great idea. Let's see, who said that? I think it was Renee. Yes, it was Renee. Oh, you guys, you know what? I think I broke my favorite glasses last night. I set my phone down hard on my nightstand and it went on my glasses. So now I'm stuck until I figure out if I can put them back together or get a new pair using these awful green ones. Anyways, I never said this, but if you like the projects that I do here at DIY Dreaming, feel free to sprinkle this or any of the other videos that you see. If you want to be sure to see more of them, to see my easy craft projects pop up in your feed, then the best thing that you can do is to like and follow DIY Dreaming. And if you look up here and you still see this thumb, it means that you haven't done that yet. And you can also turn your notifications on. I think you push the 3 little dots. See, I'm not technical, but anyways, and it will allow you to put the notifications on. So every time I go live, you get a notification. You may not watch it right then and there, but it'll let you know, and then you can go back and catch the replay. And I do go live every day, pretty much, pretty darn much. And I always have crafts that are gonna be a little bit on the unusual side. They're gonna be super affordable. They're not going to require any artistic abilities. They're going to be quick. I can't do craft projects that take days and days. I'm like a 1 hour kind of girl. Apples and acorns, great idea. Tropical palm trees. Let's see, what else did we get? Yeah, people are saying that if you touch the 3 dots, I guess they're up in this corner right here, that you can turn on your notifications. So, and you can always come back to DIY Dreaming anytime you want. Every video I've ever done, and I've done like close to 300, probably 250, 300 videos in the last 2 years. They're all stored under my, if you click the videos tab, and most of them are labeled, so you can just scroll through there and see what you might want to watch. Okay, somebody says they don't know what's going on. Martha, what's going on? Martha's a friend of mine. Something's making her sad. Well, I don't know what that is, but you have my phone number. Call me after if you need to. anyways, and I do, like Lynn says, I really try to mix things up. Like we might do bows one day, flowers the next, stencil a sign, I'm just looking around, make magnets, do something with the book, do a Bible verse. I mean, we do different, make flower necklaces. We do different things all week long, so it doesn't get boring. Anyways, that's enough with my commercial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna cut out some more paper and vary this up a little bit. I'll get this project finished and I will share pictures. And if I did get a volunteer to do screenshots for me of the other projects that I showed at the beginning, which would be really awesome, because I can't seem to figure out how to do that. And they don't have to be super great quality either. I would love to see those pictures. You could either let me know and I'll give you my email address, or you could send them to me through personal messenger, whatever. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna finish this up, answer your questions, and then I'll share all the pictures. All right, see you later. Bye.